The challenges around travelling when you're aged is what we're talking about today in the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler, and I'm here in the lovely city of Cologne with Martin Saes. I've got that right, yeah?
That's right, John. That's right.
Yeah.
Martin Saes.
Now, amazing. Thank you very much for arranging this place that we're looking at over the Rhine and the Dome and the rail bridge here in the city of Cologne. It's absolutely gorgeous today. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks for making that arrangement.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a background in hospitality, as you've just shown me.
Yeah.
But you have a passion around helping people to travel when they're aged, yeah?
Correct.
Where does that come from? I'm interested in that. I mean,
yeah, where does it come from? I worked with elderly people in the past, or still also on a voluntarily base.
Yes.
And I've been in the hospitality business here for a long time. And I thought, there are many travel agencies for fixed packages, but for the elderly people, there's hardly anything individual. Yeah. And they have certain challenges. And that's where I come in and make that happen, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so, well, let's jump in and answer that question that we started with, is what's the challenges around travelling when you're aged? Yeah, what's some of the things that that you have to overcome when you're helping clients?
Yeah. Well, I think elderly people, they have more challenges because they have more fear, yeah? They feel less secure, they have more difficulties with mobility, with walking, with hearing, with seeing, also with talking, maybe with eating, with medication, and they have more fear when something happens that there is no support to support them adequately.
Okay, so let's explore one of those. So say the fear factor.
Yeah.
What sort of things are we talking about there?
Yeah, for example, mobility, that they cannot get in time to catch a train or to get at the airport to reach the gate in time, yeah.
Oh, so there's just general fear around
general
the
fear
process of being on the road.
Process being on the road, that there are too many factors in their daily life. They have normally a very standard routine, daily routine going on. But when they're on travel, there are many things happening, many impressions, and many things they need to do that are outside what they normally do in their normal day. Yeah? So they can get very easily stressed, and then it's just too much. Then the joy, to enjoy the holidays is gone because they're too stressed of organizing everything.
I guess too, if the minute something goes wrong, that's going to create a real challenge in terms of traveling. So, and I guess as we all age, like we roll with the punches, when we're all backpackers back in the day. But as you age, like you really want things to run smoothly, just to make it a pleasurable experience. Yeah.
And also to take a pace back here, when things are going too fast, that they can say, okay, I want an hour of a break, or I need to go slower. Yeah. Okay. And when you're in a group or in an organized package, then it's more difficult to get your individual needs being heard.
Yeah. Okay. And how about then the mobility challenges then? We see most places there's special parks and special, places in, the train stations and accommodate. So the elderly and the less mobile accommodated, but how do they face that? Is that enough?
It's like I said, for them it might be enough, but for the elderly people, because it's very often so complicated to find or to explore, or then also to execute for them, that's just too much of information. Yeah, so they're overwhelmed by how to get the information, where are parks, where is accessible, how they can get a train or a car or a hotel, or with a handicapped room, or sometimes in certain countries you still have the shower like in the bath, so they would need to climb in, so there are many of these details that they would need to know, and then would need to be asking, the tour operator to get that fixed.
Okay.
And if somebody thinks of that in advance, if it is experienced like me to take care of that, then I can ask all these things to be taken care of.
And then medication as well. I mean, to make sure you get your meds done on the daily basis. You start to travel a whole rhythm and the regime around even eating. For me, travelling at the moment is a driver, but if you've got to take medication, that's going to be quite some
medication,
stress.
but also, like you said, food, or for restaurants, if they have never been to Africa but always would like to go, they might not know, how is the food there, how is the hygiene, are there any doctors, are there any hospitals, is there any European food, etc., etc. And that's very important, to make them more ease of calm, to make them aware that that's all available, or to find that out in advance, whether a hospital or doctors speaking their own language, or pharmacies, that's all there, or if they have their medication or their recipes, maybe also in original with them, so that then the doctors or pharmacies can see what the content is that they need.
Yeah, okay. Well, what you're really impressive upon me is the challenges around that. It inspires me to travel now when I'm still very mobile sort of thing. I guess that's a message for anybody out there that, if you've got a desire to travel, then get on with it, because as you age, it does become a challenge. But you're there, and what you love to do in terms of your business is to help aged people have an amazing holiday. Maybe the last one, maybe the second last one, hopefully.
Exactly. But because they might have still dreams, to go there where their parents came from, their grandparents, where the heritage is, or to travel to their memories, that they had maybe with a partner that has died, or with parents that are not there anymore. So they want to see that again and close some chapters. Or they have a dream holiday, and they would not dare to do that, to execute, because it's just all too complicated and too much stress for them to do that by themselves, and there's no package with the tour operator that they could choose and pick from to do that. In a group, they would be lost.
Okay. And then who do you normally talk to in terms of engaging this this role that you like to have, this travel concierge for aged people? Are you dealing with the older people, or are you dealing with even the children, I guess? I guess as children probably elect to send their parents on a holiday,
Very often the children become aware, that the time spent of their parents is also limited, so they want them to still have a good time. And children normally, they've traveled the world, or their children, they study around the world, and so they know that they want to do something good to their parents, what they always have dreamt of, and if now they know that that's possible to execute, then they're happy to offer that to their parents, to give them a good time. Yeah,
no, that's actually something I've experienced a whole number of times back in Australia. A lot of international friends in my circle, and quite often the parents will come to visit. And even if it's just to come on a really basic manner, or just stay with them, is just an incredible opportunity to unify the children with the parents. But you're saying the flip side, like, I'll take the parents away and you'll come and join them, so the children have the opportunity to come and join their parents while they're having this. That's amazing.
Because it's a lot of quality time, because of the travel, a lot of emotions and memories are set free, so the children also have more of the parents, and also the parents, they live through completely different emotions, and that's really a great to be able to help that.
Now that sounds like an amazing product. So so parents are on holidays, and they're elderly, and they're being cared for by someone like you in a concierge type way, and supporting their travels.
Right.
And then the children get to come and visit. And if they, I guess,
So very often for the
children, they're away from their home or their flat or their apartment or their hospice, whatever situation they're in. You get to experience your parents in some holiday destination, a very positive and happy
And the
manner.
thing is very good, because very often is still you have some tense relationships with children or parents, and they very often children have not the need, or that they want to take care, and also during the holidays, from A to Z of their parents, from all small things that need to be taken care of. So if they have something from outside, they can take that role, then they can also enjoy that time with their parents in a much more relaxed manner.
Wow, and create some really amazing memories by the sound of it. Okay, Martin, fabulous to speak to you today. Now, how do people get in contact with you?
I have a website, which is my name, Martin, and then minus Saes is my last name. That's written SAES. .com.
Is it? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and that website's in English, I think. That's
also in English, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just Martin hyphen, in English, with minus. Okay. I don't know what you're doing with one of those in your domain name. As a digital marketer, I've got to pull you up on them. I say, look, at some point in the future, Martin actually might remove the minus from his domain name. Certainly if he takes my advice. But anyway, Martin, lovely to have you on the show today.
You're welcome.
And I really appreciate everything you've provided here. So all the best in the future. And that's another episode done of the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler.